So we have an interesting little box here today. I think I tend to say that a lot. We have the Trainer's Toolkit. Yeah, it looks fine. We've only ever done like one or two of these Trainer's Toolkits, at least to my memory. It might have only been one. But you get some packs in here, you get some cards in here, some dice, a bunch of things. Things that you'll need to kind of start playing the TCG. And of course, if you're going for an Arceus deck, this'll, be helpful to you as well. So we're just gonna slide that out, and there is the box itself. The last one I had was blue. Now I have a yellow one with Arceus there on the front side. Where are you? You're... Okay, so I guess you're, like... No, it's upside down. Why does that open from there? That's weird. Okay, so it's the face like that, then open. Got it. So yeah, Arceus is on the bottom. So let's start flipping through these things. So first off, we have the Trainer's Toolkit Deck Builder's Guide. This is a kind of weird paper. I don't think they do a whole lot of things with this, like, material. But it kind of shows you how to build a deck using the things included in the box. Then we have some condition markers. Shocking. And we have some dice, which actually look really cool. Those are pretty stylized dice. You do just have the Pokeball symbol there, which is a bit lame, but I do like the speckled pattern going on these guys. Then we have some packs: Paldea Evolved, Scarlet and Violet, and Silver Tempest. I actually didn't know this thing released after Paldea Evolved. That's interesting. I thought this was before this set released. I assumed it was around the time that this did, so I didn't expect to see these in here either. I didn't really know the exact date this thing launched, so that's interesting. We have a VStar marker, nice and acrylic, and that's everything from that pocket. Then we have some sleeves. They actually look pretty cool. I remember really liking the sleeves from the blue box. Again, I can't remember what theming the blue box was. You can go check out the video on that. These look nice. I don't hate the look of these sleeves, but those blue ones just really stood out to me, man. So we have a fat brick here, which I do believe is all just going to be energies, but we're going to open it anyways and confirm. Is it all just energy? And yes. I also really hate this. I remember this from last time. They're not organized at all. I get it. It's more fancy. It's more cool to kind of flip through and see all the colors. But you're going to need to have them organized, so they just gave you a pile of work to do. But I guess now I have a bunch of the new, well, newer now, Scarlet and Violet style energies, with it actually saying basic there, and with it being silver along the outside. And of course, we're going to be saving the packs for last, if you were wondering, but if you would like everything inside digitally, there's the code card. And then finally, we have this little inclusion of cards, before we get onto the packs. And yes, of course, it comes with an Arceus VStar. This thing is pretty heavily built, it seems, to try and get you into building yourself an Arceus deck, which those things have definitely been prevalent. So we have our Arceus VStar there, followed up by the Arceus V. I'm sure that wasn't a surprise to anybody. It is weird that you got one of each. Obviously, they're going to want you to buy more packs and stuff to try and get more Arceus. But I don't know, it felt like, you know, maybe like two of each would have been nicer there. But we have, it's still not a guaranteed one, I suppose. We have two Ultra Balls, we got two Switches, rare candies. Never actually used one of those myself. I'm still getting into the DCG. Professor's Research, you kind of have to have that in every deck at this point, to my knowledge. Pokegear 3.0, the Pal Pads, two Nest Balls, two Jacks, Electric Generators. These are super important for me, because I do the Miraidon deck. We have the Beach Quartz, Arven, and okay, so we're going to the yellow borders now. It's interesting. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this does just come with trainers aside from those Arceus cards. With a Lost Vacuums, good if you're doing Lost Box. We have Trekking Shoes. I still hate Lost Box decks. That has not changed. We have the Roxanne's backup. Let's clarify. I hate playing against Lost Box decks. Shuey and Heavy Ball. We have the Gutsy Pickaxe, Magma Basin, Gardina's Vigor, Gloria, Dark Patch, Cynthia's Ambition, Charon's Care, just one, that's interesting. A single boss, okay. They just did them out of order, so yeah, it is two Charon Cares and two Boss's Orders, again, very important to have in most decks. Anything I say about the actual TCG, take it with a grain of salt. I'm still just getting into it, and I've kind of fallen off recently because I haven't had time. Alright, I guess we're going to move into our 4 packs. So 3 of these are Scarlet and Violet era, 1 is pre-Scarlet and Violet, so we're going to do our Sword and Shield Silver Tempest here first to get it out of the way, so I don't start mixing up pack tricks. So this one should just be a simple pull it at the back, flip it 3 to the front, and get rid of the VStar token. Then we have the Draclock, Serena, Archean, Finnegan Little Boy. We have the Sandile in the little Sand Pit, Snowrunt, Noibat, Feebas. We have Brandon as a reverse, but behind that we have an Arcanine. I still love the artwork of this thing, but it's not going to be worth anything. You know what? I'm going to pull up the price. I never do that for things that aren't shiny. There's the price of the Arcanine. Yeah, let's do base set Scarlet and Violet next, and then we'll end out with the 2 Paldea Evolved. These trainer toolkits are always interesting. I mean, if you really just need energy, at the very least, you know you're getting that out of these things. So pull out the code card, and we have the Raider Candy, so nice to have a third one of those, I suppose. The Fido, the Dedenne, Pineco, Rocky Helmet, Babostiff, little pig thing, Palmo, still love this guy. We have the Squovit, and on the end, a Miraidon. Let's hope for getting something out of these Paldea Evolved packs. I mean, these packs aren't like the primary focus of buying this. If you're paying however much this thing is at retail just for the 4 packs, you are doing Pokemon wrong. But of course, it's still nice to get pulls out of things even when the packs aren't the focus. So we have our little dung beetle, our duck. Wow, okay, that looks like a little bit of a print error. Let's get a little bit of zoom in on that. Is that a print or is that just scuffed? No, that is something printed on the card. Interesting. It doesn't seem like I can't feel anything, nothing's coming off. That is a little print error, isn't it? I doubt that adds any value. It's not like an interesting print error, but I mean, it is a print error. We have a Tinkatank, Pinchurin, Talonflame, Heracross, Killer Waddle. I don't think that's your name. We have Dendra, Gothita, and Oricoro, so still nothing. We got one more shot, one more chance for something good out of these packs. Like I said, these weren't the focus. I wasn't super hopeful to get something out of these 4, but it's still nice. We have the Wingull, the Pineco, the how do you say your name again? Tinkatank? Tinka something? I don't know. We have Mankey, Brambleghast, Toxicroak, Crocolore. We have Delibird as a reverse, Superior Energy Retrieval as a reverse, and on the end, finally something. We have the cat with an energy. Yes, we have Weedcat, Marascata? Meowscata? God, I'm so bad with Pokemon names, especially when they're still new to me. Cool. We got an EX of one of these starters. Of course, it being the Weedcat is nice, because as long as it's not the duck, because nobody likes the duck. And now it's time for the bonus card of the day, which actually took me a minute because I lost this thing, apparently. It's a long story, but I had to do some stuff in this room, and it kind of mixed everything up, and I forgot where I put it. But, ooh, today is the day, it seems, that this hard-sleeved boy gets to be shown. Like I said, with bonus card of the day, I normally forget the things that I purchase whenever they go in this thing. But when you get something in a hard sleeve and nothing else is in the thing, it's kind of harder to forget what it was. We are at least going to slide it out of that hard sleeve. Well, if I can, Jesus. It's one of the Beckett shields, I believe, is what they call those ones. But we have the Milotic Delta species from Dragon Frontiers as a stamped card. As many people who watch my channel surely know by now, I collect stamped cards. But my favorite, variant or archetype, whatever you want to call it, of cards is Delta species. That is, my favorite thing. I really want it to come back. It pretty much has, because of Scarlet and Violet. You know, they're doing those, Pokemon can be different types now. It's not quite the same. I love Delta species specifically. But, man, I would love to, specifically Delta species to come back. But getting this boy as a stamped holo Delta species just makes me so happy. I'm actually fairly certain that I had this card growing up as a child without the stamp on it, just the Delta species Milotic, and it was a favorite of mine. So when I saw this in the store, I was like, I have to pick this up. There is no other alternative. I remember, because what had happened is at my card store, they had actually had just a bunch of cards recently traded in, so they didn't have them, priced out yet. And so they let me go through them, and I picked out a couple of them, and some of them are pretty expensive, the total of it being a lot, and I was just like, yeah, I just want to know how much they were. Didn't say I was going to be buying all of those. This one, I believe, was on the higher end, and this was the one where, no matter what, I'm buying that, unless it's $100. So yes, this thing will be getting put in a better sleeve and in a better hard sleeve. Protect this thing better, but I am super happy to add it to the collection. So if you guys enjoyed this video, click this button down below. Like the video, and most importantly, go check out some other videos that helps out this channel greatly. There will be one on screen that I randomly picked, along with a playlist of all of my Pokemon openings, which I'm trying to keep up with. I really do hope that you guys have enjoyed, and hopefully I will see all of y'all next time. Goodbye for now.